Hey guys, welcome back to my YouTube channel. My name is Michelle Fondin. I'm an author and speaker, and I'm here for the Empower Divine Feminine vlog. I believe this is number 6 or number 7. I'm not sure. I'm recording on my phone, so I can't even check right now. But I'm here with my Padawan, Grogu. Do you see Grogu there? I'm here with my Grogu tumbler, and I've got some dandelion tea, dandelion detox tea that tastes like caramel nut. It's actually pretty good. So I wanted to talk to you guys today about finding your passion and purpose. And if you'd like to find out about your passion or purpose, about my passion or purpose, then go ahead and stay tuned. If you're new to my channel, thanks for subscribing below. Click on the bell, scroll up to all for all notifications, and thank you for giving the video a thumbs up. So finding your passion and purpose and why this has been on my mind. It's been on my mind because, in case you guys don't recall, I went on a vacation recently. I went on a Disney cruise, and during this Disney cruise, I had no access to internet. No access to internet whatsoever, except for like a couple of spots when we landed on the islands, and that was only just for like 5 minutes each time. But basically, I spent 7 days at sea with no internet. And when you have no internet, you realize how much time you waste on the internet. And so it really was time for deep reflection, deep reflection time. Of course, you can distract yourself. You don't have to do deep reflection if you're on a Disney cruise or any other cruise. But for me, I took the opportunity to do a little digging into my psyche, a little digging into where am I going with my passion and purpose? Where am I headed with my passion and my purpose? And I really dug super deep into how do I want to express this aspect of myself in living out my life purpose. Now, let me preface this by saying to you that there is no one singular life purpose that you have. Oftentimes, it is several life purposes, plural, and additionally, it tends to change as you change in your life. So, for example, for me personally, I started in my career path toward my life path and purpose with my passion by teaching yoga, meditation, and Ayurvedic medicine. That's how I started on the journey to living my life path and purpose. But prior to that, I was raising children, which I believe is also a part of my life path and purpose. Now, there is a reason why I'm bringing this up, because when I moved to California in 2018 and I started working for Disney, I was also teaching yoga and I was teaching meditation a little bit. I was still doing consultations for Ayurveda a little bit. But of course, once I started teaching about twin flames, that whole thing changed. I wasn't teaching yoga anymore. I was minimally teaching meditation. I really wasn't doing much with Ayurveda. And so it began to morph and change. Now, that doesn't mean that it isn't a part of my life path and purpose, because I believe in some way it still is. But I was focused on producing videos on twin flames, coaching twin flames, and helping twin flames along their journey, as well as navigating the twin flame journey myself. So you can see why my life path and purpose kind of took a quick turn, and the focus was on other things. But on my cruise, I was like, let me just focus on what I love. What do I love in my heart space when it comes to passion and purpose? Because of course, you can have a life purpose to do something, but if your heart isn't in it and you're not passionate about it, then you're probably not going to do it, or you're not going to do it effectively. So what does it mean to do something with passion? When you do something with passion, you don't mind doing it at any time of the day. So maybe you wake up in the morning and you want to do your passion. You stay up late at night to work on your passion. It doesn't feel like work. It's just very easy breezy. It comes in waves of inspiration. It comes in waves of creativity. And it truly, truly does not feel like work. For me, writing is that way. Now, sometimes when I'm in a time crunch and I'm trying to finish a book or get it edited or something like that, it does feel like work and it kind of weighs heavily. But for the most part, writing for me is very easy. I love it. I'm passionate about it. And it's something that isn't a chore or isn't work for me, even though it is my work. Does that make sense? So it shouldn't feel burdensome when you are living passion and purpose, although it might be hard work. Does that make sense? Do you get the difference there? So just because writing for me is easy and it feels light and it feels inspirational, passionate, and it feels like I'm really moving through my creative energy with it, it's hard work. The books don't write themselves. You actually have to get behind a computer and work on it. I hope you're kind of seeing the difference between passion and purpose and just a passion or just your life purpose, because the two are really interlinked. They do work together. That being said, as I'm working on this brand new book, The Empowered Divine Feminine, Becoming an Unstoppable Woman in the 21st Century and Beyond, I realized that I needed to put more passion into my book because I put myself on a timeline, and I do this so I stay on track. I mean, I think that's important to put yourself on a timeline, even with passion and purpose. If it stays a dream, if it just stays inside your noggin, then you're not living your passion and purpose. It's just a thought. It's just a dream. And so a dream with a deadline that you must move toward is living your passion and purpose. So I made the decision that I had put myself in this artificial timeline in order to work on my book, but I also realized that I wanted to give my book 150%. I didn't want to do it part way. I didn't want to do it at 75%. And so I made the decision to lift that deadline. And now I'm going to have the book published by the end of the spring, which we all know the summer solstice is June 20th, I believe. So my book will be published before June 20th. However, I'm not going to rush it because I want it to be the absolute best book that I've ever written. And to that end, I'm going to pour more passion into the Empowered Divine Feminine in order to make it phenomenal, not just good, not just excellent, but phenomenal. And that's really what I want to do for you guys. I want you guys to get the most out of the books that I write so that you can read them and be changed and transformed. And that is part of my passion and purpose as well. So what I discovered when I was on my cruise was there were some missing pieces to living my passion and purpose that I wanted to bring back from my past. There were some missing links, missing pieces, and I wasn't sure what those missing pieces were. And it came to me most recently that the missing piece was one of the things that I absolutely love to do is teach meditation. I love it. I learned 3 things at the same time. I learned how to teach yoga. I learned how to teach meditation through primordial sound meditation, which I call immersion into meditation. It's kind of like my flavor with that course, but my flavor poured into it. And then I love doing Ayurvedic consultations, Ayurvedic lifestyle consultations. So I learned all of those at the same time. I was resistant to change, and the change for me was teaching meditation. And I found that out of the 3 disciplines, I enjoyed teaching meditation the most. It was just something that I totally did not expect to enjoy teaching, but I really, really, really enjoyed it. And I taught live courses from 2009 through 2018. When I say live, I mean in-person courses. And then as the world began to change in 2020, I put the course online, recorded, which doesn't have the same flavor. And so I'm not directly integrated in person, real time with that course. And I made the decision, it came to me probably like 4 or 5 days ago, it came to me that if I want to really live my passion and purpose, then I need to teach meditation live again. Now, for me, being a YouTuber and having students all over the planet, it's not necessarily realistic for me to say I need to do an in-person meditation course because, time and money and travel and all of that, it wouldn't make it worthwhile unless if it was like once a year. So I hope to reach more people by teaching my meditation course live and over Zoom. But it's interesting what happens when you start to really live passion and purpose. When you've found that passion and purpose that you need to live, that your soul is calling you to live, then as Dr. Wayne Dyer says, dormant forces come alive within you to make it happen. And it felt so right. Once I made that decision, once I made that choice, that I needed to go back to teaching meditation real time, something in me just came alive again. It was like, yes, this is the right thing to do. Yes, this is the right direction for you. You need to do this. You absolutely need to do this. And I found something that I thought had been lost in my passion and purpose. And it has been so exciting to revive that passion once again and find it. Like, it's something that you think when your life changes or when your circumstances change, that you can no longer do that which you are passionate about. But for me, I was like, okay, well, I can't do it live in person with people like I did when I was living in Virginia because I had a space. I had a yoga studio, so I had a space. And then when I brought my practice home, I had an entire wing in my house that was my business. So I really had the space to do it physically with groups. And since I moved to California, I just do not have the space currently to do that. And it, again, with people from YouTube being all over the world, it's just not a realistic goal right at this moment. So maybe in the future, I can do those live courses where you can really be in a room with me teaching you. That would be awesome. But for now, I was like super excited about bringing back this passion for me and this passion that I can give this gift of teaching meditation to my students across the world and do it real time and see your reactions and see your feedback and hear your feedback and having you tell me your stories and me telling you my stories. And it's just so much more exciting when it's real time and you can get that real time interaction. And I just love it. So when you think about something guiding you toward your life purpose, towards your passion and purpose, let spirit guide you for sure. Let your spirit guide you. And in fact, that is something we really do talk about in the meditation course as well, is intentions and desires leading you towards your life purpose, because that's a huge important part of what I do as well. Let spirit guide you toward giving you clues on what makes your heart soar, giving you clues about that passion inside of you, giving you clues to leading you towards something that you're super excited about and that you don't get tired doing. And you could do it day or night, and you could just do it to all hours of the night and not get tired. Or you wake up early in the morning and you're so excited to work on your passion project. And spirit will guide you and lead you in the way that moves toward your life purpose so that you feel this inside. And I feel this is a huge part about becoming empowered as a feminine, as a divine feminine, because oftentimes when we are so ultra focused on the journey, twin flame journey, and when we are ultra focused on our person, our twin flame, it's because we are lacking in the department of passion and purpose. Because passion and purpose kind of takes on a life of its own, and it's really all-consuming when you feel like you're making a difference in the world. And you have this passion, these dormant forces that come alive within you to move you towards your passion and purpose. It's like you don't have that need anymore necessarily to be like, who loves me? Where's my person? It's just, it kind of takes on a life of its own because you feel like you're living through purpose. And when you're living through purpose, it gives you that direction in life that sometimes we lack. I'd say most people lack direction and purpose. Most people, even if they do have a job and a family and a home and a car, most people lack passion and purpose. So if you can find that or ask Spirit to guide you toward that, to find it, then you can easily, very easily, defocus your attention from your twin flame and place it onto you and your passion and purpose. So I think that's a great way. But if you would like to join me for my free webinar to learn more about my immersion into meditation live, the link is below. You do need to register for it so you can get the Zoom link. But even if you know that it's not in your time zone, it's 6 p.m. on February 23rd, 2023, Pacific time. Even if you know you can't make it at that particular time, do register anyway, and you can watch it on replay because I'll record it. So I want to thank you guys so much for joining me. Thank you for subscribing to my channel below. Click on the bell, scroll up to all for all notifications. And thank you for giving the video a thumbs up. Thank you for sharing this video with others who want to learn about passion and purpose. And I'll see you guys in the next video.